Welcome to the career mode where you decide what happens in qualifying. In the description, you guys can vote for the next qualifying mod. So let's see what you guys picked for episode 2 here in China. And show results, Slipstream. And it's Slipstream that has won. That's going to be crazy down the long straight in China. But before that, we should get going with some activities. And we can't do anything for the owner activities. Okay, can we do anything at all? We can do some corporate stuff. Also, check out episode 1 if you want to know a little bit more about the team. Basically, Michael Massey is our team principal, and he proposed a rule to the FIA to allow these custom rules you guys can vote for. We have got 1,700 resource points. Let's get some upgrades going. So we do have the floor stiffening stays. Those are there. We could get a beam wing. That'll help us quite a lot. The car felt pretty good. I'd say the aero is the parts we should focus the most on based on how the car felt back in Australia. This will get 29th of March before Japan. Okay, let's get the plank going and let's get the beam wing going there. Start research. Okay, so both of those upgrades will be developed tomorrow. So that's huge. Okay, let's advance time. Oh, okay, so we got our upgrades. Okay, so we do have $5.5 million. I think we should get some upgrades going to our facilities. Okay, let's do this one. Audience engagement, $40,000 each time one of us gets a point. Let's take a look here at personnel. Okay, let's do the internal comms team. That should help quite a bit there. I'm going to save the rest of my money there. And we can actually do another upgrade. I think we can. No, we can't. Let's go back and advance. Yes! Finally, good stuff. Oh, finally, we've got some new parts. So we've got one rear downforce part and one weight reduction. I'm going to keep it pretty even between these guys. I'm going to give the weight reduction to Weber and this to Crawford. Everything's looking good. And we can develop the floor just before Bahrain. We can also get a chassis upgrade for the floor developed also before Bahrain. Not too bad there. Okay, let's get into the race here. We're going to drive as Jack. Let's see how this goes. I'm not sure at all. So China is a sprint weekend, so we will use the qualifying mod for the sprint qualifying as well as the regular qualifying. So we've got two chances here to capitalize. Whoa, look at that. The sprint is going to start off fully rainy and it's going to completely dry up. That sounds crazy. We are here qualifying for the sprint race here in China. So the weather looks pretty good. No chance of rain at the moment. The sprint race will be rainy. And it looks like we have one set of softs and two sets of mediums. I think my plan is to use the mediums on our first lap and use the softs. So let's head out there. Obviously got the slipstream set to 3 times. That's going to be interesting. I want to plan getting a tow down the main straight. I don't know how we're going to do that. And in fact, we've got a tow immediately. We've got a Ferrari behind. We're going to be helping him. Not ideal. Let's do a lap. Maybe we've just got Charles behind us the entire time. I wonder if he's going to get enough of a slipstream to make a move during this qualifying session. He will be getting slipstream from us enough to overtake us eventually. He's going to go for a move there. He is going to go for a move. Okay, so we lost a lot of time there, but we've got a slipstream. Wait, this is actually really good. We would have lost a bit of time, but we'll gain it and then some down this long straight. Use all my battery up, 60%. Look at this. 220, 230, 233 miles per hour. Look at that. Oh, he's still there. We're still kind of fighting him into this final turn, or second to last turn, I should say. Open up the rear wing there. We're across the line and we only go P17. Okay, well, Charles can go past. Let's see what we can do. 18 underbody damage. Why is our underbody damaged? What happened there? We can't do another lap. So we're gonna go P18 then. Dude, that's so unlucky. I saved those softs for no reason. Let's see if we stay P18. Lewis goes pole position, Max in P2, Lando in P3. We drop down to P18 just behind our teammate. Okay, lining up on the grid, lights are counting up and it's elbows out and away we go. Got to keep the revs nice and low. Keep it low gear as well if we can. That's a pretty good start. To put up some battery as well. Can we get a move on Ocon? I don't think we can. We've got our teammate to our left there. We're going to try and go up the inside. Can we do it? I don't see any contact with anyone else there. That's pretty good. It looks like we can make the move. We're going to go around the outside kind of. This first complex of turns is sketchy, but we do make one position. Not too bad. Got Behrman in front of us. He's going for a move. We can go around the outside here, maybe. No, he looks like he's going to make the overtake. I don't want to go on the outside of Hulkenberg. Ocon goes up the inside. He does not make the move. We are looking pretty good. P16. Those guys are fighting ahead. Okay, I'm going to save some battery. Keep everything under control. Don't want to damage the car this early on. Looks like the top 3 guys are running away. Going up the inside of the Haas. Accidentally as well, should I say. And we're going around the outside. He's got a lot of grip there. We are kind of struggling, but we will have battery. He does not have a good slipstream in front of him. Remember, the racers don't have the slipstream mod. It's just qualifying. But we're getting a nice slipstream nonetheless. Going up the outside here, just taking the racing line. He's going to go up the inside. Oh, both the Haas are actually fighting there. No way. Can we get this? Yes, we can. Oh, that's beautiful. As Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap. Lap 1 has been completed and it's looking pretty good for us. So I did add some extra downforce just before the sprint quali. So we're gaining on the corners. Not so much the straights, of course, but with the rain, I think it would help us. We can still change the setup before qualifying. So just behind, oh, went on the curb, they almost lost it. That curb is quite dangerous. I have to be careful of that. Got both of the Saubers in front. Let's see if we can catch up and maybe even overtake them. There goes Behrman for the overtake. We're going to stay on the racing line as we did last time. A lot of wheel spin there. Can we re-overtake him? Yes, we can. Okay, that was sketchy. Was there any contact there? I wonder. No, he should be fine. We should keep our position here into turn 1. Okay, behind Hulkenberg. Oh, I had to avoid him there. Went way too late on the brakes, but we actually get a move from that somehow. And yeah, up to P14. This race is looking pretty good. So the rear tires are wearing out quite a lot. I think I've been too eager with the throttle. And in fact, is that going to be a double overtake on us? No. Hulkenberg gets past. Behrman gets past. Ocon almost gets past. No, don't tell me we lose 3 places. Okay, we should be able to re-overtake Ocon there. Yeah, we can. So Mark has come onto the radio and said we should pit. Let's take a look at the temperature of the tires. The rear left up to 92 degrees, but they're not worn. Lap 5 of 7, there's still going to be 2 more laps basically. There's no way we switch tires. I'd be surprised if anyone else does. Lost a little bit of the rear just then, but P16, yeah, why would anyone? I do seem a bit slower than everyone else, which is strange. And here comes Ocon going for a move. Yeah, he's going straight past there. He takes the racing line, goes to the brakes there. Maybe down the next straight we can overtake him. And no way, people are actually pitting. Ocon goes in. Wait, we are gaining. We're up to P10. What is happening? Our teammates in the pits.
Weather's changing now. We're going to have to change strategy, so it's time to box.
Mark is really adamant to pit. We're not going to pit. So Piastri went in. The other McLaren stayed out, as well as the Ferrari that was leading. I think that was Lewis, actually. So Kimi is actually leading. He goes fastest. So the Ferrari and the McLaren do pit. We're going to gain some more places here. We're up to P5. Look at this. Albon's in P3. Behrman is in P4. The AI just don't know how to do things. I mean, we've got 1 lap. Last couple of turns here. Kimi wins the sprint race here in China. Well done to him. Albon takes P3. Behrman goes P4. And we take P5. First points for CQ Racing. Oh, that is amazing. Bad qualifying. Gained so many places. In fact, we get driver of the day. That is huge. So that's, what's that, 4 points? So Charles takes P2. Lewis, Lando, and Max finish off the rest of the points there. Max finally gets a point. Singular. What a weird session.
Welcome along to Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen, where it's Chinese Grand Prix weekend. But before we can race, we need to qualify. And who's going to take that coveted pole position? How will our grid line up? We're about to find out. Welcome to qualifying.
Weather is looking good. It should be a clear session. Just going to modify the setup here, lower the fuel. I should also mention, back in practice, I actually struggled with the car. It just didn't turn. Like, the traction out of corners wasn't great at all. In the sprint qualifying and the sprint race wasn't too bad, I think, because we added a bit more downforce because of the rain. We've already got a tow from Max Verstappen, so we've got the Slipstream mod active. I think this could be a good one. We're on the soft tires finally. Oh, there's Behrman. Oh, that was close. Into turn 1. Okay. Looking good. So we will get a big gain in sector 1 here. We just got to keep that throughout the lap. And there we go. Purple sector 1. That is exactly what we needed. That's a great start to the lap. This section I was really struggling with back in practice. So we seem to have done that a little bit better. We've got a lot of battery there. Going to use that up. We have Max behind us. He's going to go in, so don't have to worry about him. And we will get a very slight slipstream from the Haas. I don't think it's going to be noticeable, but that is lap 1 down. We go P6, just a 10th off of Russell, then P4. Let's go back to the garage. Okay, so the symbol there says it's going to rain, even though it's a 17% chance. I'm just going to go out now. We've dropped down to P12, but the clouds are looking very dark. I don't see any rain though. Everyone else is currently doing their lap, and it looks like we won't get a slipstream, and I don't think I can wait for anyone there. It's going to just be a normal lap. Yeah, you can tell how good that Sector 1 slipstream was. 4/10ths down at the start of Sector 2. That is not good. We've dropped down to P17. Our teammate jumps up to P15. Okay, not too bad for him there. Okay, I tried a different line through there. It did not work. A second down. Yeah, that's the lap there. So P17 is where we're going to qualify. The qualifying hasn't been good for us these last 2 races. Welcome to China for the race. Looking like a cloudy day. Actually looks like a day in Scotland right there. Let's have a look at the starting grid. Lando Norris gets pole position, 4/10ths over Charles there. That's crazy. Yuki gets it to P3. Well done to him. Gasly with a crazy qualifying. Max and Lawson there, not too bad for them. Piastri struggling. Hamilton's P8. Doing with a good qualifying. Albon in P10. The Mercedes really struggling out of the top 10 there. Our teammate 2 places ahead of us. We are in P17, and Ocon at the back there. It's unfortunate. So the strategy is looking like a one-stop start on the medium tires, pit on lap 9 for the hards. We're going to do an undercut on everyone there. The car's lining up on the grid, lights are counting up, and it's elbows out, and away we go. We get a pretty decent start. Looks like Hadjar struggled with traction there. We're going to go around the outside. We're going to switch it to the inside. Can we make a dive bomb here into turn 1? I thought about it. And we can make contact with Behrman. That was almost bad. Yeah, we got a warning for that. Can we get Isaac here? Our teammate just ahead of us. No, we might actually lose a place to Behrman. We're going to go up the inside here. As Weber goes up the outside into that turn, we almost make contact with Hadjar, but I think we have made the move. That is P16. That's a pretty decent start. Can we get the move on Hadjar? No, we can't. Not too bad. Save some of that battery. Hadjar does have the hard tires on, so he might be a little bit slower. Lando looks to be leading. Oh, we got on the grass. I was looking at my tires. No, we lose a place to Behrman. That is her. Almost lost one to Stroll, and I'm struggling. Yeah, this car just in the dry just isn't nice to drive. Stroll catching up. Down the straight. Please don't go into the back of me. Again, the brakes are just rough. Almost into the back of Behrman there. To be fair, we do have a different line, so we could get some more speed. Lando sets the fastest lap. He is miles ahead of P2. This is going to be an interesting race. Okay, it looks like Behrman is going to go for a move on Hadjar. Can we gain here at all? I wonder if we can. Behrman makes the move. Well, that's him. We're in the slipstream of Behrman here. Hadjar looks to be slow for some reason through there. Went on that curb, but we are fine. We're going to squeeze him up the inside. And can we make the position? Yes, we can. I went on the grass again. That's my favorite thing to do, it seems. Too eager on the throttle. This car, man. Unfortunately, we did lose to Behrman in front of us. So let's try catch up to him. Speaking of catch up, Hadjar caught up to us, and in fact Stroll might go for a move. Having a look at the tires, they're 8% on the rear tires, 6% on the fronts. That's not too bad. I think the undercut will benefit us though. End of lap 3 here, things are looking even worse. This car, I just can't control it. It's just finicky. In Australia, it was so nice to drive, but here it's just, I don't know if the upgrade didn't work or what happened, but really not a fan of this car. At least we will get a great slipstream on Hadjar. I think we can get him into turn 1. No, not enough slipstream, unfortunately. Oh, yellow flag. Piastri's out of the race. I wonder what happened to him. I would think that would be an engine failure. So Piastri is out of the race. He did pretty well. He did pretty well last time in Australia. He got a P3 and he was leading the race at one point. So he is out of the race. The championship is going to look quite a bit different now. He was just 1 point ahead of his teammate, so it's going to be quite a gain for Lando. If he wins, he looks like he's way out in front. Going for the move on Hadjar, and it's a yellow flag. What happened behind? Okay, looking at the replay here. So I go for the move on Hadjar. We make a little bit of contact, and then he just completely gives up. Did he have damage that caused him to retire? I wonder. Did we take out Hadjar? Okay, it's been a few laps. We are now starting lap 8. It's been tricky. We've really increased the gap behind to Bortoletto. He's on the hard, so I guess that makes sense. We've got Behrman in front. We are catching him. Looks to be a train in front of us, though. While all that is happening, Lando has been flying. He is so far ahead of the Ferrari. It's actually unbelievable. It might be the biggest gap we'll see in a while. The last race was separated by tenths between P1, P2, and P3. So yeah, Lando is gonna get some big points there. I think he might lead the championship. I'm not sure. Okay, it's the end of lap 9. It's time to go for our pit stop. I'm gonna put on the hard compound of tires, doing an undercut here on everyone else. Let's see what happens. Please get a good stop. Put those hards on. That was actually a great stop. 2.4 seconds. Gasly also pitted. He was on the soft compound. Now he is on the mediums. I don't know what his strategy is. Is he going to do a 2-stop? I mean, I think that would make sense. Well, it doesn't make sense, but a soft medium just wouldn't make it. I'm not sure what his strategy is. Gonna warm up those tires, and let's see if we can make some places here. Oh, there's another yellow flag, and that looks like a Ferrari. No. Charles Leclerc. 3 DNFs right there. Everyone's been pitting. We go up to P10, and we've got Antonelli in front of us. He won the sprint. We've got our teammate just behind us there in P11. Could we actually get some points out here in China? That would be crazy. Just behind Kimi here. Battery is not looking good whatsoever. We are catching up to him, right behind him there, just a couple tenths, and our teammate has actually dropped back, and I think Ocon is going to be fighting him. That gives us some time here. I think if we just stay behind Kimi, obviously his car is a lot faster than ours. Okay, starts of lap 15, and there's another yellow flag, and it was Behrman who spun back there. Okay, down the long straight, Ocon has made the move, and Alonso's also made the move, just like our teammates, losing a lot of places there. Maybe we can get Alonso again though. Went way too deep. Maybe we can get one of them now. I think Ocon will not get DRS down the pit straight. We definitely will though. Again, battery situation's looking abysmal. 0% there. Maybe Alonso can go for the move. They'll fight. We can go for some more moves. Yeah, Alonso will fight, and there's been contact. They both go wide. We make some contact with Ocon, and maybe we can get a good line through there. We actually can. What a move. Okay, he's still to the side. Don't want to squish him off the track. They'll take us out as well. Just going to keep it on the racing line, and we can get the move back. Out of the points though, I want to get P10. Let's fight Alonso here. Yeah, fighting Alonso wasn't too good idea. Ocon has overtaken us now. These guys are just too quick, you know. I don't know what's going on. Weber is right behind us, so that's good for him. Maybe we should just let him go and maybe he could fight. I don't think so though. Gonna go for a move on Ocon. I don't know what I was thinking there, but that actually kind of worked for us. A little bit of contact. He's on the inside there. Can't go too far. And yeah, we actually got him back. This is a weird fight. Okay, down the long straight here. Ocon has overtaken us, but I'm going to go up the inside here. Down the pit straight finally. Oh, a massive snap. There's something up with the car. The upgrade, something's off with it. So yeah, taking a look at the tires there. The rear tires actually aren't that worn as the front left at 31%, but in general, you know, we've got 2 more laps here. Tires are looking fine. It must just be the car. And Lando Norris crosses the line in P1. He wins the Chinese Grand Prix. He led the entire race pretty much. He got pole. He led the entire race. Pulled Alonso Stroll. Well, I don't care. I mean, no points anyways. Lawson behind us. Yeah, P13. That's our finishing results. That was tough. We really need to get some upgrades on the car. Luckily, there's quite a gap to Japan.
Here's the checkered flag, and our winner has Landoed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
So Lando wins the race, gets 27 points. Didn't have a great sprint. Yuki gets P2. Well done to him. But hey, we got 4 points this weekend. Wasn't too bad. Lando's leading the championship by 7 points, up from Charles. Liam, though, P6 to P14.